Yo, what up, ninjas? Welcome back. And today, we're diving headfirst into some wicked clown madness. We're talking about the Insane Clown Posse, ICP, the Kings of the Wicked Clowns, and their Dark Carnival. Now, whether you're down with the clown or not, you've got to admit, these ninjas are one of a kind. They've blazed their own trail in the music world, and it's a twisted, dark, and surprisingly deep one. See, ICP ain't just about horrorcore lyrics and spray and fago. These ninjas have built a whole mythology, a universe of their own, centered around the Dark Carnival. The Dark Carnival is like a twisted roadshow of the afterlife where your soul gets judged by a cast of freaky characters. Each character, each Joker's card in their deck represents a different slice of life, death, and the whole human experience. We're going to break down each of these Joker's cards, from the Carnival of Carnage to the Wraith Shangri-La. We're going to dive into the stories, the characters, and the deeper meaning behind ICP's wild world. Buckle up, ninjas, because this is going to be a wild ride. Whoop, whoop. Alright, ninjas, the first Joker's card, the first stop on this wicked ride, is the Carnival of Carnage. This album, homies, it's raw. It's like a punch to the gut. It's ICP coming straight out of the D, spitting fire about the streets, about poverty, about feeling forgotten. This ain't your typical party music. It's angry, it's wicked, and it's meant to make you think about the darker side of our world. The Carnival of Carnage is all about the underbelly of society, the people who get stepped on, overlooked, left behind. It's about that feeling of being trapped in a system that doesn't give a damn about you. You can hear that frustration, that rage, in every rhyme. It's like Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope are giving a voice to the voiceless, to the homies who are struggling to survive in the shadows. One of the things that makes ICP so wicked is that they're not afraid to get real. They talk about things that other artists shy away from, like poverty, violence, and addiction. They don't sugarcoat anything. They lay it all out there, raw and uncut. And that's what makes the Carnival of Carnage such a powerful album. It's a glimpse into a world that most people never see. And it's not always pretty. But it's not just about anger and darkness. There's also a sense of camaraderie, of brotherhood, in the Carnival of Carnage. It's about finding strength in the face of adversity, about sticking together when the world is trying to tear you down. It's about that us against the world mentality that resonates with so many ninjas who feel like they're on the outside looking in. Now, some people might listen to this and be like, man, this is too much, this is too dark. But I think that's the point. ICP isn't trying to create feel-good music. They're trying to hold up a mirror to society, to force us to confront the uncomfortable truths that we'd rather ignore. And that's what makes the Carnival of Carnage and the entire Dark Carnival concept so compelling. It's not just about entertainment, it's about something deeper. It's about exploring the dark side of ourselves, of our culture, and trying to make sense of it all. So if you're ready to take a trip to the dark side, to confront the demons that haunt our world, then step right up to the Carnival of Carnage. Just be prepared for a wild ride. This is where the journey begins, Juggalos. This is where ICP sets the stage for their own twisted version of the afterlife, and trust me, it's a trip you won't soon forget. Alright, so we've survived the Carnival of Carnage, but the journey through the Dark Carnival is far from over. Next up, we got the Ringmaster, and let me tell you, this creepy motherfucker is all about judgment. Imagine, if you will, a cosmic circus ringleader decked out in a top hat and tails, holding a gavel instead of a whip. That's the vibe, man. This Joker's card, it cuts to the core of morality. It makes you question everything you think you know about right and wrong, good and evil. The Ringmaster isn't there to judge you based on some religious dogma or societal norms. No, he's looking deep inside you into the darkest corners of your soul. He's judging you on your actions, your choices, the impact you've had on the world around you. And let me tell you, that's a scary thought, man. Who are we to judge each other? Who are we to say what's right and wrong? These are the kinds of questions the Ringmaster forces you to confront. Now, some people might say this is all a bit much, that it's just a bunch of clowns rapping about the afterlife. But I think there's something really profound about this whole concept. It's like ICP is taking these big existential questions that have haunted humanity for centuries and wrapping them up in this bizarre theatrical package. They're making us think about our own mortality, about the choices we make, and the consequences that come along with them. And they're doing it in a way that's both entertaining and thought-provoking. I mean, how many other bands can you say that about? The Ringmaster is a reminder that we're all accountable for our actions, that our choices have weight, that they matter. He's a symbol of the karmic scales, always balancing, always weighing our deeds. It's enough to make you want to take a good hard look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I living my life the right way? And that's the beauty of the Dark Carnival, man. It's not afraid to ask the tough questions, to challenge our beliefs, to make us uncomfortable. It's a wild, surreal journey into the darkest corners of our minds, and the Ringmaster is the one leading the charge. So we've faced the chaos of the Carnival of Carnage, we've stood before the judgment of the Ringmaster, and now we find ourselves staring into the Riddle Box. And let me tell you, this ain't your grandma's box of puzzles. This is where things get really weird, really metaphysical. The Riddle Box, you see, represents the great unknown. It's the mystery of life after death, the secrets of the universe, the shit we just can't seem to figure out. It's about questioning everything, about embracing the unknown, about accepting that some things are just beyond our comprehension. ICP, with this album, they tap into that primal fear of the unknown, that existential dread that's been with humanity since we first looked up at the stars and realized we're just tiny specks in a vast and indifferent cosmos. But it's not just about fear, man. It's also about wonder. It's about the beauty of the unknown, the possibility that lies beyond our limited understanding. Think about it. What happens after we die? Is there some kind of afterlife, some kind of divine plan? Or is it just lights out? Game over? These are the kinds of questions that keep philosophers and theologians up at night, and ICP, in their own twisted way, are grappling with those same questions in the Riddle Box. Each song is like a puzzle piece, man, a clue that hints at a larger truth but never quite reveals the whole picture. It's up to us, the listeners, to piece it all together, to find our own meaning within the chaos. And that's what makes the Riddle Box so damn compelling. It's an album that demands to be dissected, analysed, debated. It's an album that stays with you long after the last track fades out. And that's the genius of ICP, man. They're not just making music, they're creating an experience. They're inviting us to step inside their twisted carnival and confront the big questions, the uncomfortable truths, the mysteries that have plagued humanity for centuries. The Riddle Box is a wild, mind-bending trip. And it's just one stop on this crazy ride through the Dark Carnival. All right, folks, buckle up, because we're stepping into the Great Milenko. And this is where the Dark Carnival takes a sharp turn into the realm of temptation, illusion, and the seductive nature of our own desires. We're talking about the things we crave, the things we chase, the things we'd do anything to possess. Milenko, this enigmatic figure, he's like the ultimate puppet master, pulling the strings of our wants and needs. He represents that part of ourselves that's always searching for something more, something better, something to fill the void. It's about the allure of power, wealth, fame, all those shiny things that promise happiness, but often leave us empty and unfulfilled. This Joker's card, it's a trip through the Hall of Mirrors, man. It's about questioning our values, confronting our deepest desires, and realizing that sometimes what we think we want is not what we actually need. It's about the dangers of chasing illusions, of getting so caught up in the material world that we lose sight of what truly matters. Now, some people might listen to this album and think it's just a bunch of crazy clowns talking about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And yeah, there's definitely an element of that. But if you dig a little deeper, you'll find that the Great Milenko is actually a cautionary tale about the seductive nature of our own desires. It's about the importance of staying true to yourself, of not letting the temptations of the world lead you astray. It's about finding balance, about recognizing that true happiness comes from within, not from external possessions or achievements. And that's the thing about the Dark Carnival, man. It's not afraid to explore the dark side of human nature, the things we'd rather not talk about, but it does so in a way that's both entertaining and thought-provoking. It's like ICP is holding up a mirror to our flaws, our weaknesses, our darkest desires, and saying, this is who you are, what are you going to do about it? All right, folks, we're getting deep into the Dark Carnival now, and things are about to get really interesting. We're talking about the amazing Jeckel brothers, a Joker's card that delves into the duality of man, the constant struggle between good and evil that exists within us all. See, we all have that Jekyll and Hyde thing going on, right? That angel on one shoulder, devil on the other. It's that internal battle we all face, the choices we make, the paths we choose. Do we embrace the light or succumb to the darkness? It's a question that's haunted humanity for centuries, and ICP tackles it head-on with this album. The amazing Jeckel brothers, it's like a twisted morality play, man. It's about the consequences of our actions, the ripple effects of our choices. It's about the struggle to find balance, to embrace both the light and the darkness within ourselves. Now, some people might say this is all a bit much, that it's just a bunch of clowns rapping about good and evil, but I think there's something really profound about this whole concept. It's like ICP is taking these big philosophical questions that have been debated for centuries and wrapping them up in this bizarre theatrical package. They're making us think about our own nature, about the choices we make and the impact they have on the world around us. And they're doing it in a way that's both entertaining and thought-provoking. I mean, how many other bands can you say that about? The amazing Jeckel brothers is a reminder that we're all capable of great good and great evil. It's up to us to choose which path we follow, which side of ourselves we nurture. It's a powerful message, man, and one that's more relevant today than ever before. All right, folks, we've reached the end of the line, the final stop on this wild ride through the dark carnival. We're talking about the Wraith Shangri-La, the Joker's card that brings the whole damn thing full circle. This is it, man. This is where the curtain is pulled back and the true purpose of the dark carnival is revealed. It's about facing our fears, accepting our mortality, and ultimately finding redemption. The Wraith, this mysterious figure, he's like the gatekeeper to the other side, the guide who leads us through the darkness and into the light. See, the dark carnival, it's not about death and damnation, man. It's about life. It's about confronting the darkness, learning from our mistakes, and ultimately becoming better versions of ourselves. It's about the journey, not the destination. Now, some people might listen to this album and think it's just a bunch of crazy clowns talking about the afterlife. And yeah, there's definitely an element of that. But if you dig a little deeper, you'll find that the Wraith Shangri-La is actually a message of hope. It's about the idea that even in the darkest of times, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. It's about the power of redemption, the possibility of forgiveness, the idea that no matter how far we stray from the path, we can always find our way back. This is where ICP ties it all together, man. They take us on this wild, surreal journey through the depths of human experience, and in the end they leave us with a message of hope. It's a powerful message, man, and one that's sure to stay with you long after the last track fades out. So there you have it, folks, a journey through the Insane Clown Posse's Dark Carnival. We've gone from the depths of societal neglect to the heights of spiritual revelation, confronting judgment, temptation, duality, and the ultimate question of what lies beyond. Love 'em or hate 'em, you've got to admit, ICP has tapped into something unique with the Dark Carnival. It's a bizarre, often disturbing, but strangely compelling mythology that reflects our deepest fears and desires. It's a funhouse mirror reflection of society, morality, and the human condition. If you're looking for something different, something that will challenge your perceptions and leave you thinking long after the music stops, then I encourage you to check out ICP's Joker's cards. Dive into the stories, explore the characters, and see what messages resonate with you. You might be surprised by what you find lurking within the Dark Carnival.